name's Tyg Davison. I work with Plutino Models in Toronto. I got my start in the industry when I was about 16 or 17 years old as a model. I signed to my agency Lisbel Models in Vancouver, and then traveled the world with it, which was amazing, and took the job with Plutino about 2.5 years ago now. So as the director of development, I work with the new faces and really teach them the foundation of what modeling is, and prep them as much as I can, answer all the questions like what's a casting, what do I wear to a casting, as much as I can before they take off and fly somewhere fabulous. I also do all the scouting as well. I've been exactly where they're going to be, at every stage, so it's been good. There are so many different types of modeling, right? There's commercial and editorial and runway, and so there's lots of things to keep my eye open for. But I love really unique features that might not be the norm. And to be honest, above all, it really is personality. It's so important to us that we're representing beautiful people and not just a beautiful face. Now that social media plays such a big part in the industry too, it's becoming more and more prevalent that a personality be important, because the clients are now booking based on who you are and not just how you look, which is great. But I mean, because there's so many people that want to model, and there's so many beautiful people in the world. So you really need to just be a little bit, you need to connect with the clients and just give that extra for them to book you and to remember you and to want to bring you back, like it is professional, like modeling is a profession, but there's a lot of personal interaction between clients and models and everything. So keeping the personal relationships interesting and entertained and everything is a huge part of it now. For the new faces, who are often young teenagers, we don't look too much into their social media, but we definitely talk about the importance of building on it after we sign them, because as a model, so many people are looking up to you, right? So you have a lot of influence over a lot of young people too. So it's so important to just keep a positive message, and it's a good way for clients to look you up and see your personality again. So you don't need to just post modeling pictures. You can post hobbies and interests and humor, and all of that stuff is now a part of your business as a model. Where you start, you just we sign you, we scout you, we sign you, and then the first part is just kind of putting together a portfolio. So we'll set you up a few creatives, and hopefully get a whole bunch of those and build your book. And then you learn from that, right? You learn how to move, you learn how to interact with clients, you learn what to go see at the casting. And then from those, we can send them out to other clients, and then you start getting more and more bookings, the more established you become. Sometimes we can book just on digitals, which are also so important. But a lot of the times clients are looking through the book and it's important. So we do need to build that like right away. So, I mean, the first and arguably the most important photos you're ever going to have are your digitals, because clients can see exactly what you look like. There's no makeup, there's no hair done up. It's you as you are. And a lot of times, even established models still get booked on digitals. So this is a huge thing that I'm always talking to our models about too. I know you want to show your personality and your character with your outfits, but at casting, it's so important to just keep it neutral. So I always just say like a white or black t-shirt, black jeans. That way everyone can see the shape of your body, which is important. And a lot of times you don't want anything to take away from your face, right? So if you have a shirt that has a whole bunch of writing on it, or is is distracting, then people are going to be looking at your shirt, not your face, which is the most important thing. So just keep it basic. If you want to, make it more interesting, add a cool jacket or cool shoes or something. But when you're meeting the agents and for callbacks, just stick to basics. So in Toronto, there's a variety. Like, we have a lot of commercial, which is great because it pays really well. And there's a lot of good editorial now too. There's Us Magazine, Dress to Kill, and Elle Canada. There's still a lot of really amazing Canadian publications that we're booking with regularly. And then we book throughout Canada. So there's some e-com clients, there's some lookbooks, there's campaigns. It's a bit of a melting pot of everything. So commercial modeling, I mean, there is some crossover for sure, but commercial modeling is often like the beauty campaigns and the really classically beautiful faces, big bright smiles, and high fashion is a little bit more edgy and cool usually. Again, there's going to be crossover, and a lot of commercial models or commercial clients are booking high fashion models and vice versa. But that's kind of been classically the breakdown is like just different looks of girls and guys. I mean, in the Toronto market and international, it might look a little bit different because if you're international, you're going to be doing shows, and then your schedule is insane. In Toronto, there aren't as many shows, but we've always been able to keep the models that we have busy regularly. A schedule for a model, you're never going to work Monday to Friday. It's not a 9 to 5. So I always tell the models, don't stress out if we don't call you on a Tuesday. You're not working on a Wednesday. It's okay. And the schedules they vary, with the seasons and who's booking what and when. And so it's never going to be something that's written in stone. You don't really know usually. But like I said, we've been able to keep the models consistently busy, which is good. So a few reasons, I would say. One, for the models, it's amazing. Like, to get the chance to meet all of these international agents from the top agencies around the world is incredible. And then agents are excited by the next new face, so, and there's so many at CMTC, so we always want to be there. And then also it's really good for the agents to connect with one another as well, because we often end up representing the same model, so we can represent someone in Toronto, and that same model can be represented in Paris by an agency, in Milan by an agency, and we all are looped into the model schedule and working together. So the more we have the ability to connect with one another, the stronger the team is for the model, and a lot of times the more opportunity the model ends up getting. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourselves. Just keep yourself in, the best shape as possible, feeling as good as you can, and just being ready to and bringing your personality too. Like, don't be shy when you come in. We want to talk to you. We want to get to know you. Looking up agencies is definitely something I'd recommend, because you want to know who you're talking to. And then you can ask us questions too. It doesn't need to be just us asking you questions. Like, the models can ask us questions. And we're their team essentially, right? If we sign them, we're working for the model. So remember, I think it's important to remember that they have some influence in that. So just know who you're meeting and be ready to ask questions.